What's happening, everybody? I'm still here at Rockz Waakye for the big meet and greet, and I'm excited because these folks right here inspired me. I've watched so many of their videos, learned so much from their content. Expat Life, Ghana, Ayo Tony Jones. Thank you for being here today. I mean, this is I can't even believe this is happening because when you sit down and you watch somebody for so long and learning so many different things, you just kind of like, and then you see the people in person, you kind of like, wait a minute. So, well, one, what I want everybody to do is to subscribe to your channel. That's the first thing.
Thank you.
Because you all are doing so many things here, educating so many people from the African diaspora. But you're also Ghanaian. Your father's Ghanaian, right?
Yes.
So you know about Waakye already. Joe Law, Kelly Welle.
Yeah.
But Tony, you came here kind of green.
I came very green, man. I almost did not want to come. So
almost didn't want to
that
come?
first trip was like fighting me to get here, and really once I got here a couple days after, I was like, we made a mistake.
No, you made a mistake. Well,
we should have
rewind that.
Yeah.
I tried. I was like, yo, you're gonna take the time that it takes to get over here, the airfare, everything else. We gotta go for like 6 weeks. And his eyes got big, like, oh.
6 weeks.
No. How about 2 weeks?
First trip, 6 weeks. I'm like, it's too long. But
as soon as he was here, like 2 days, he was like, oh, we should have done 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I told you.
All it took a couple days, and I was hooked.
So only a couple days. And now it's been, well, you went back.
Well, we've been back and forth a couple times, but yeah, since it's been 2 years now almost. That's it, man. I found home, so I'm good here.
So why did you decide what was the final factor in moving here? Because we hear a lot of people from different parts of the African diaspora moving to different parts of Africa. I understand why Ghana, because
I think we're different when we come to it. For me and my dad, being a Ghanaian, being Nigerian, he always had the assumption that our job is to go to the West, get educated, and then bring it back.
Okay.
So he always knew he was going to come back. That was always in his plan, and he always hoped that his kids would come back, or at least split time, so that they were bringing what they had to the continent. So I kind of always had the idea that when we got to retirement age, or a little bit before, we'd make this our second home.
Yeah.
But you were like,
nothing doing, not having it. But once I got here, I was like, you know what? It's a nice option. And so as things progressively got worse in the States, you're like, okay, I got options. And I think in 2019, her dad was like, bring my boys here so they know the culture and the heritage. I was like, hey, say no more, man. We'll see you next year. And we've been here since.
Wow. So now you all have business. You do tours.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about your day tours.
Expat Life Ghana tours. We do weekly or week-long tours or 2-week tours. We do day tours. Travel.
The interesting part, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, was that this is not what we intended to do at all. When we came, we were like, we're not really sure what we're going to get into. We're just going to see what options come around. And people just kept coming and asking for this one thing. They were like, we want someone who knows what it's like there to show us around. And Tony was like, I can do that. Not what we thought at all. I really thought you were going to go into construction.
Right. Because a lot of people here were like, hey, with your construction background, you could
easily
be the foreman on my construction side. I'm like, that's too much work for me. I don't want to get back into that day-to-day.
Yeah, but people were like, take me around. And so Tony really was like, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
Let me try that. And he did it a few times. He really liked it, the interaction and everything.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of inch by inch.
You just kind of found yourself in it.
Right, and it just grew from there.
Yeah.
You get into that one door, it's a couple more doors behind that door, and that opened up, the travel service, the site management, consulting, and just a big Pandora's box after that first door was open.
Yeah, but it's a good Pandora's box. It's a Pandora's box that people need, though. That's the thing.
And the thing is, you never know what the next opportunity is.
Yeah.
And that's why it's like, I can't wait for the next thing down the line, but there's so much happening here that, we try to encourage people to come and just to see. But, as I said earlier, we just saw an opportunity and took it, and then that just grew into something else. So, we got a lot going on here in Ghana.
Many options for you here that you can come and kind of find what it is that that draws you to it when you're feeling, there's so many more opportunities that just don't exist for you that you can actively take sometimes in the States. So
why do you think people have a hard time understanding that? Because the narratives are, this is a bad place, don't come, you're going to get scammed, you're going to get taken advantage of.
I feel like I hate to be like, it's the media's fault, but it's kind of the media's fault.
Yeah.
I mean, as an American, you think of Africa as one
right.
thing.
It's
Africa.
A lot of countries. It's one place.
It's one place, and everybody.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Right. So, we just don't get that. I come from education. We don't educate our kids to know what Africa is.
Okay.
And so all we really get is what comes through us through media and people that we meet, and you don't...
There's not a lot of positive images of Africa that come across your TV screen. So
there's not a lot of positive images of black people in general.
That's true. Even in America.
Right.
So unless you go and investigate things for yourself, you're always handed information given to you by somebody else whose interpretation is their own. So they may come back like, hey, man, I really hated this country. And you go there like, I loved it. It's just some things are for some people. And, Ghana's for us, or for me at least.
You're in love. Like you're beyond
and you're Ghanaian. So
I mean, it's really interesting how few black people in the States think of Africa as a place to retire to, a place to vacation to, a place to put on your bucket list outside of going on a safari.
You're right.
That it's sometimes mind-boggling that this place that's 3 times the size of America can be boiled down to this little, it's just Africa, and you go there for safari.
But that's the media. That's those are narratives. Even in the movies. Even in the movies, that's what people will see when you think about the movie. Lion King. I mean, that's part of the appeal.
Wakanda. It's either Wakanda or,
Zamunda.
Or you're going to run into
I think about
that
movie, Crazy Rich Asians. And they just had a Roy Jones wedding a couple weeks ago. I was like, they should have Crazy Rich Ghanaians.
Right.
There are things happening here that, as a black man, I needed to see. I needed to see a country where you go to and all the black men are in business. All the black men are running things. Black people are doing it.
Yes.
And then, because you come from the States, you forget, that glass ceiling thing. You come here, you're like, oh, okay. It's much different. It's not what I thought. So it was easy for me to fall in love with this place.
Yeah. So you have the transportation company.
Yeah.
So that offers people transport from the airport. Because they have a lot of things going on. You really get to underneath the surface here. There's a lot going on. Yeah. So you have the transportation company.
Yeah, and if you just need somebody just to drive you around for the day, we got that.
You do the airport pickup service, which I think is one of your favorites.
Yeah.
So you actually go and pick people up.
Actually, I'm the guy.
You're waiting for them to come up. You hold the sign, too.
I hold the sign.
Yeah, I think that's
a lot of times I get a chance to go. Sometimes when I'm not available and I send one of the drivers out. But I enjoy it because their first interaction to Ghana or to Africa is something that they can be familiar with, something they know, and they see me, it's okay, I'm a little more comfortable. And just that relaxation they have and that car ride, it sets the tone for their trip. And
there's a couple different. When he does his arrival service, you can do a meal as well, where you kind of get to sit down and chat with someone, either the driver or the person that you're sending or him. Okay. And I think a lot of people appreciate that too. Like, okay, explain some things to me real quick.
So when they're coming in, you have a meal.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a welcome lunch.
Yeah.
Right.
So we get a chance to, tell them some customs that they should, be made aware of. Using your right hand, don't give people money with your left. Don't.
If you're going to eat with your hand, eat with your right.
Hey, somebody does something, Madase, tell them thank you.
Just chat though too.
Some things like that. And just say, tell me what's the climate of Ghana? What's happening? What's the pulse right now? Give them up-to-date information on what's happening on the ground when they come in.
Yeah, I think you enjoy it. You really enjoy it.
Yeah, if you go into the airport, you enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's something you look forward to doing. That's something you really want to do.
Right.
To stand out there, you go Because when without giving too many details, you have to pull in and park and you got to walk in the
Then wait.
And then wait. And
then before you got to pay, hurry up.
You already know.
Oh, man.
That's what I was talking about.
Right. It's an event, but,
I enjoy it. Don't let it fool you. You do.
The bed and breakfast you have coming up. Tell us about that.
That's our big thing coming up next. Well, we've been doing arrival services, and then we've been doing day trips. And we're now going to start hosting tour groups.
Okay.
And we decided, hey, you know what? We've been taking our tour groups to other places, and then they want to see more of you.
It's great to, partner with some of the people that we've sent business to with the hotel stays or Airbnb stays. But now we get to hold on to, some of that and host ourselves. So people coming in, they're like, we want to stay with you guys.
Right. So you have that option available.
So that's be opening May 1st.
Okay.
And we're looking forward to that. Just another way, we can connect with the people as they come in. So I'm looking forward to it. That's my baby.
So
that's my little project.
Okay, so now, what all is in a bed and breakfast?
Oh, wow.
For people who don't know what a bed and breakfast is. There's a
bed and breakfast.
Do you cook also, Tony?
I don't cook. There'll be some occasions where I might, But, you get the, with our bed and breakfast, you're going to get a real nice place to stay, top of the line place to stay. You have Wi-Fi and all that great stuff that comes with the stay. You get a great breakfast in the morning. You have an option for dinner in the evening. If you're staying with us.
Dinner, so it's bread, breakfast, and dinner.
Right. And you have
that might be a hook, though.
Yeah, bed, breakfast, and dinner. Yeah, we started something new. And car and driver for the day. So even if you don't take a tour, you're just staying with us. You have a car and a driver available to you for the day to take you wherever you want to go and bring you back safely. You got something there dedicated for you. So you don't have to go and worry about Uber or one of the services getting you back and forth. So,
Well, and you also help people relocate.
Yeah, if you come in and you're looking, for some land in Pram, we'll take you out, meet up with your surveyors or whatever. Make sure that as you come in, you're following the right steps to buy land. As you come in, you're following the right steps to get your residency. So we help people relocate the right way so that they're not losing out money paying this person and then that person it didn't go through, and you're paying somebody else and you don't pay the right person or do things the right way. And it's unfortunate. We just had somebody in the group, I'm tired of getting scammed here. We're like, you should have came to us and asked for some advice, because that's the last thing we want to see is people come in and get a bad taste in their mouth about Africa or Ghana. And we're like, it's ways to come in, and then there's proper ways to do it.
And all of this has just been because people in the channel have reached out because they need that connection. And it's like, Tony's like, well, hey, I'll figure it out. I feel like this is definitely not what we thought was going to be our experience here. But people need help to make this successful. And you just decided that, hey, you can offer.
Yeah, I'm a helpful guy.
I'm calling you next time I come in.
Hey, do that, man. Hey, man, I got you.
Tony,
don't worry about it.
Wait.
We have the party van for you.
Maybe the party van.
We just come party.
Well, I am so encouraged by what you're doing here because we need more voices on the continent. And encouraged by what you're doing on your channel.
Thank you.
Because we need more. It's almost like one of the terms I use is bridging the gap.
Okay.
And I sense that, because the level of miseducation, the level of flat-out ignorance that we have in the States about Ghana, about the continent, every time we have these types of conversations, it chips away at that wall. Little by little. It's like chip, and people are like, I never considered it. I never thought about doing business in Ghana. Like you never thought your life would take this path. You just living. And Ayo, did you think you always be doing this?
I knew that we were going to have experiences in both countries, and I think it was kind of pulling him to look at that as an option.
So you heard it over the years.
But it was just like, whatever. Yeah, you getting old. Yeah, whatever. I'm just getting gray. I'm not getting old. Then one day you're like, I'm old. Yeah, I'm better. I ain't old.
Now you're airport guy.
you never know where life takes you, and it's been like one great adventure with this one here. I tell you, man. So I'm just enjoying it, and what a greater place to be than Ghana to enjoy, life.
All right. Well, anything that you would like to share with everybody about your channel, what's going on with your businesses, or just any words of encouragement?
You have options.
Yeah, you got options.
I think that's the biggest thing, is that we really want Black Americans to know that there's a place that's welcoming, there's an experience to be had that you will most likely enjoy. You might not have considered before. So just keep an open mind and consider this as an option.
You have options. I just told you.
And not just Black Americans, Black Canadians, Black people from the UK, Black people from Australia.
And we get people from
Belize, everywhere. So, wherever you're at in the world, Ghana is the gateway to Africa. And they're making it, easy for people to come and visit. They're making it easy for people to come and take a look and get an idea of what it's like to stay here and live here. So I give it out to the Ghanaian government for the welcome mat they're putting out for people. They're really, they're really understanding that we need options, and Ghana's a great one.
I agree.
Well, everybody, you heard it. I'm here talking to Expat Life Ghana. I think that as I'm thinking about it, because another question came to mind. When people say they're afraid to come, because that's the obstacle, because it hit me, I was getting ready to wrap up, and I thought about when people say they're afraid to come, what would you say? Because that mental hurdle, that one block, because that's what I run into. It's like people say, I think I want to come, it's on my bucket list. And something stops them. How do they get over that hurdle?
Because my thing is, if you're afraid to come here, how are you not afraid to live there? I'd be more afraid to live there than coming here.
But I think that sometimes the pitfall is that people paint Africa, paint Ghana like it's all rainbows and sunshine, and we try to keep it real on the channels. Giving information from both sides of the coin takes away that fear a little bit, because you have a better reality to consider. It's when you think that it's Wakanda, or you think that it's Zamunda.
A lot of people come thinking like that, though.
I know. You need to hear the positives and the negatives, and so we try to do that so that people can have a good picture, and it alleviates that fear. Lights go out sometimes, but no worries. No one's going to rob you in the streets by gunpoint.
Right. And you're not going to have a drive-by.
There you go.
And people getting shot just driving down the street.
And cut somebody off accidentally, and your car is riddled with bullets.
Yes.
So that's not going to happen here.
That's the thing. I tell people all the time.
Right.
So
just to take the opportunity in the voice that we have on the channel to kind of say, this is the positives, this is the negatives, this is what you're going to see, this is what else you're going to see.
Yeah.
I think that helps people to overcome that anxiety.
All right. Did you, I guess you were...
Whatever she said, man, I can't add to anything after she talked. I'm like, I can't add anything to that.
Well, please be sure to follow their channel, Expat Life Ghana. We have Ayo Tony Jones here, and we're at Rockz Waakye. Whenever you come to Ghana, make sure you check out Rockz Waakye with the legend Reggie Rockstone, and we're just celebrating the folks here because we appreciate the love and the support that we've received here at Maximum Impact. Over the past couple of years since we've been bringing people here and just spending time in Ghana, you should see for yourself. Don't take our word for it. When you come, and we encourage you to go with reputable people, because who you go with also plays a part. They have a variety of services available, so please check them out. And please subscribe to their channel, Expat Life Ghana, and you will get much more information on the
Open up your eyes and see all the fun and mystery. Take an African adventure with Darren and Destiny. From the mountains to the shore, so many things to explore. Take an African adventure with Darren and Destiny.
The Adventures of Darren and Destiny. And Darren and Destiny are twin brother and sister, and you go on their adventures throughout the African diaspora, meaning so African diaspora destinations, primarily focused in Africa, but we go to South America, we're going to go to the Caribbean. Their first book is going to take you to Ghana, and then we're going to go on a safari, and from there we're going to go to Ethiopia, and then we go to Salvador, Brazil. And what the goal is to be able to inspire curiosity in the continent of Africa in our children from a very young age, and to really tell a more accurate story. Most of our children are exposed to negative images, late night infomercials about how bad things are, everybody's sick, everybody's poor, everyone's uneducated, but that's simply not true. So what Darren and Destiny and their family do is they go to different African destinations. They are learning about these different places. You're beginning to see positive images, but still telling the truth. I mean, that's the important thing, to tell the truth about some of the things that have occurred. But it's all done on our children's level so they begin to understand it. And it begins to pique their curiosity. They begin to learn more. And hopefully one day they will want to explore and visit the continent of Africa and its many countries. There's just so much that Darren and Destiny are able to do, and as they're doing it, it's like they begin to open the minds of a new generation, and they don't get bombarded and indoctrinated with negativity. They're actually able to see positivity and inspiring images and messages about the African diaspora, as well as those who are still indigenous to the continent of Africa, and they begin to learn more and just see things differently. So I'm excited about introducing the Adventures of Darren and Destiny.